I'm Susan Bond, and this is my good friend Dave Hansen. Join us for MacCasts. We guarantee you a feel-good story and great free resources.
We're new, we're fun, and we're putting community back into commerce.
Hi there, my name is Michelle Barber, aka Stylequeenie. Let me tell you a little bit about me and why you should be listening to me. I started a blog a few years ago because I wanted to share a little bit about the confidence building and the style and fashion and how the whole package is what makes us amazing women. And so I started that blog a few years ago. And I did it because, again, I want to help people. So let me tell you why you should listen to me. I moved here from England about 20 years ago, and I moved because I was the mom of a 3-year-old boy, and I wanted to create an amazing life for both him and I. I had family here, and I knew they were going to help me get on my feet. In fact, my cousin, who I'm going to introduce you to later, is somebody that I lived with when I first moved here. So I moved here, I worked in my family's restaurant for about 3 months, and I realized it was not really what I wanted to do. So again, my cousin introduced me and got me an interview with a local radio station. I went and I started selling radio advertising here in Salt Lake, and I created the most amazing relationships and friendships that I still have today. And in fact, I met my husband while I was working in radio. So fast forward another 17 years, I transitioned into TV and kind of just barely quit doing that. And I quit because I wanted to focus more on helping people with my Stylequeenie and sharing what I know, the little knowledge that I know. Confidence comes from believing that you are worthy and believing that you can do and be anything that you want to do. And that does not come with a certain age or size or anything. As I was kind of developing this whole concept, I realized that I've always kind of been sassy, I've always been feisty. In fact, my parents told me that I was a proper little madam, and none of that's gone away. In fact, it's probably only gotten bigger and greater as I've developed my confidence, and my confidence has developed because I've become more and more successful. So I want to share with you what I know and help you find who you really are, because the world deserves to know the amazing person that you are. We're going to take a little break, and then I'm going to introduce you to my cousin Tracy, who is the one who encouraged me to start my blog and got me started on this journey. So with all of that being said, I wanted to introduce you to my cousin, who is the reason that I decided to start my Stylequeenie blog. She's the one who convinced me that I needed to kind of share a little bit of my passion and, you know, let other women know that it's okay to try new things, to be confident, and to just put themselves out there.
Well, here's the thing, Michelle. I've seen you grow up, and you have been, from just being a toddler, always involved with fashion and style and what looks good and what goes together. And so, you know, I've watched you as a teenager and see and just witness, you know, the transformation of you. And even when my daughters got married, the first thing they asked, hey, is Michelle available so she can come and do our hair? You know, she can do our makeup. And so you were important in their lives because they knew that you knew what you were doing. It's always been a passion of yours, and I've seen that, and I thought, why not help other women out there feel good about themselves? And so, of course, I recommended it. I mean, you're great at it.
Well, thank you. It definitely, one thing that I saw as I was kind of working in the business and working and doing the jobs that I've done is that there are a lot of women out there that don't feel very good about themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that we all need to remember that we are amazing, and we should be showing that. So stick around. We're going to be back in a few minutes, and I want to introduce you to my friend Liz Lambie. Welcome back. Let me introduce you to my friend Liz. She has an incredible story, and she's going to share all the details because she can do it better than I can.
Well, as you know, Michelle, in 2010, I was diagnosed with an insulinoma, and at that time, I weighed over 600 pounds. I was very fortunate to travel to the Mayo Clinic and have that tumor removed. Since that time, all in all, over the course of a couple of different operations and a long journey, I've lost over 440 pounds. Along that path, I have found happiness, a successful relationship, confidence, and some of that style confidence has come from you.
Well, so tell me, now that you've seen what happens when you lose weight, have you noticed that people treat you differently?
I have noticed that there is a significant difference in my interactions with not only the people that are close to me, but also those that I encounter randomly. People pay more attention to me when I walk through a door. They're more apt to look at me and smile. And some of that could be because I'm already smiling when I greet them. I went to a party just this past weekend, and somebody asked Shane while we were standing there, well, who's your old lady? And he described me, and he said, she's yours? Which is not a reaction I'm used to, but I've noticed that it definitely has changed the expectation I have for how people interact with me, the respect that I expect from them and that I give them in return. I'm not as afraid to interact with them. I'm not as afraid to go out into the world and try new things.
So do you feel like now you are worthy of the attention that you're getting, and you feel like you deserve to be treated a certain way?
I would say that I absolutely feel like I'm worthy, and I'm not only seeking it, but I am expecting that from others. It's given me the confidence and the courage to go out and try new things, to run a 5K, to throw on a pair of jeans for the first time in a decade, to walk into any store that I want and find something that fits my style, to decide on a whim that I'm going to cut all my hair off and spike it up because I don't want to look like a soccer mom.
Well, and I'm glad that you did that because it really suits you.
Because you told me to do it for 4 years.
So that little bit of sass that you feel like you have now, that was always there.
It was always there, but I had buried it underneath the fear of what others were going to think of me. And now I have learned that it doesn't matter what they think of me. What matters is what I think of myself.
It's absolutely true. I mean, I think that honestly, the way people treat us is the way we treat ourselves. We paved the way for how others treat us. I mean, how can we expect anybody to have respect for us if we don't have love and respect for ourselves? So I'm really proud of everything that you've gone through and everything that you've done, Liz, and just to see your face light up and glow when you walk in a room, you are a different person, and I think it's amazing.
The best compliment that I ever get from anybody that I encounter is that I look happy. And that is what I will always carry with me, is that I look happy, and that shows.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I say, I'm really, really proud of everything that you've gone through, and I'm really glad that you're letting your sass out, because we all need a little sass in our lives.
A lot of sass.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to remind you to go check out Stylequeenie.com, check out their Instagram, Stylequeenie with 2 E's, and don't forget, you can download this podcast on fm100.com, or you can go to anywhere that you get your FM 100 podcasts on the app, and you can download it from there too. So until next time, I'm going to say, just as we say in England, cheerio.
I'm Susan Bond, and this is my good friend Dave Hansen. Join us for MacCasts. We guarantee you a feel-good story and great free resources.
We're new, we're fun, and we're putting community back into commerce.